Everyone, welcome back. Today we are focusing on the Sun card. This is the Mother Peace deck from Vicky Noble. The Sun card for me is about ecstatic relationship. So the question we're opening to each day, how can this card help me to see something more clearly I haven't been able to see before? And how can it help me open to increasing my energy and help me to heal? This Sun card is our reminder that we are in relationship with all things in life. And a lot of times, our ego becomes involved in our relationships. So our ego, it gets a bad rap. Egos are not a bad thing. However, it is the place in ourselves that expresses us, our needs, our personality, things that are unique to us. And when we step into relationship, these are the places where one person's, let's say, personality can bump up against another person's personality. And there's navigation and different types of flexibility and give and take that's needed in relationship. However, when we can move out of our fixation around the personality being the guiding force in our life, and that potentially there's more, right? So there's the energy of this knowing sense, a wise voice, you could say our soul's voice, or this knowing that is also a part of our path. It's not just our personality, our ego. And when two people come together, one belief system is that there's something that maybe they have to give and take between one another that helps their higher selves. Okay, so a great lesson that maybe at first glance isn't obvious in our day-to-day lives when we're viewing it from that frame of the ego, which normally is, what do I want? What do I want to get from this? What do I have to prove? Important again, that helps give us a container of brightness to move out in the world that compels us to do things. And when we're letting it constantly dictate our relationships, a lot of things get missed. A lot of magic gets lost in the process. And so when we can keep coming back to a different perspective, that to me, in a practical sense, is more of a zoom out as opposed to a zoom in, right? So if you think of a camera, when you zoom in, you can see something from a narrow frame, but when you zoom out, you can see the greater perspective of things in a bigger picture. When we look at our relationships from that zoom out perspective or that soul place that I was mentioning, we can start to see how there is a natural flow and cycle to all things of life, how one thing can support the other, from the sunlight to the seasons to the way the animal kingdom works together, how they need one another, how together they restore a sense of balance to our life so that everything gets what it needs. These types of perspectives. And so when we take this zoom out perspective to our day-to-day relationships, instead of getting fixated in to what the personality wants, or maybe even the conflict, or what we can get from someone or something, to zoom out to what are their gifts? What are their beauties? What's the bigger energetic of what it is that we're doing together? What's the greater lesson? And from that place, there is so much joy to be found in that zoom out that allows us all to just be ourselves. Because when we zoom out, we can see everybody's just doing their own thing. And we can begin to notice from that zoom out place, we end up always getting what it is that's most important for us in our life. If we zoom out on our lifetime, even during some of the most painful moments or things that were happening to us, we may notice sometimes those periods were the greatest things that actually have ever happened to us. Without that period for us, it couldn't have made other cycles and gifts and beauty and new things to be able to come into our world. So the Sun card is about allowing yourself to shine from that place where you know we are all in an ecstatic relationship, that life is in cooperation with you, from the animals to the sunshine to the people next to you to even the person that just cut you off in traffic, right? So keep zooming out. What and the bigger scope, how can I feel a sense of gratitude for all of it, right? Whether you look at small personal periods of your life to just kind of opening to the glory of looking at the horizon or the sunrise or sunset or a body of water, ocean where you are, right? That bigger landscape, open, open, open. So I leave that with you. Happy Sun Card Day, being in ecstatic relationship with all that is. And big, 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 big love to you. And I hope to see you soon. Take gentle care.